Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Government to take appropriate steps after deliberations on Supreme Court's order on reservation in promotion, says Social Justice Minister Thawar Gehlot. 5-judge bench of Supreme Court frames questions about freedom of religion for hearing by a larger constitution bench. Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat Campaign launched to build a cultural connect between different regions. Delhi police registers case in connection with alleged molestation of students at Gargi College. All arrangements in place for counting of votes for Delhi Assembly elections tomorrow. An Oscar awards announced. Hollywood star Joaquin Phoenix adjudged Best Actor for role in Joker. Renee Zellweger bags the Best Actress award for role in Judy. Government today asserted that it will take appropriate decision after due deliberations on Supreme Court's recent decision on SC/ST reservation. The Apex Court in a recent judgment has said that the reservation of SC/ST in jobs and promotion is not a fundamental right. Making statement in Rajya Sabha today, Social Justice Minister Thawar Gehlot said the central government was neither a party nor has submitted any affidavit in this matter. He said the NDA government is committed towards the welfare of SC/ST and OBCs. He said the Apex Court's decision is based on an order issued by the then Congress government in Uttarakhand in 2012. Opposition members cutting across party lines questioned the Apex Court's verdict and demanded the government to take immediate remedial measures to safeguard the interests of people of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Leader of opposition, Ghulam Nabi Azad, said that as it is a serious matter, therefore the central government should immediately move the Supreme Court for a review. Satish Chandra Mishra of BSP termed the government statement as vague and inadequate. T.R. Rangarajan of CPIM alleged that it is a deep-rooted conspiracy to abolish reservation. LJP leader and Union Minister Ramvilas Paswan said reservation-related matter should be put under the 9th schedule of the Constitution. Further allaying the fears, Mr. Paswan said no one can abolish reservation and the government is committed for it. Bhupendra Yadav of the BJP also echoed the same view and reiterated government's commitment for reservation. Later, not satisfied with the government's response, members of the Congress, SP, TMC, BSP, DMK left NCP and others stage a walkout. The top court today upheld the constitutional validity of SC/ST Amendment Act 2018, which rules out anticipatory bail in case of atrocities against the SC/STs. Hearing a bunch of PILs, the Apex Court said anticipatory bail can only be granted in cases where prima facie case is not made out. A bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra said a preliminary inquiry is not essential before lodging an FIR under the Act, nor is the approval of senior police officials. The SC/ST Amendment Act 2018 was brought to nullify the effect of a Supreme Court ruling which had diluted the provisions of the Stringent Act. Earlier, on the 20th of March 2018, taking note of rampant misuse of the stringent SC/ST Act, the top court ruled out immediate arrest on any complaint filed under the law. The Supreme Court today said that its 5-judge bench can refer questions of law to a larger bench while exercising its limited power under the review jurisdiction in the Sabarimala case. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde framed 7 questions to be heard by a 9-judge constitutional bench. The questions are on issues relating to freedom of religion under the Constitution and faith. The court proposes to hear on a day-to-day basis from 17th of February. The 7 questions framed by the bench include those on scope and ambit of religious freedom and interplay between religious freedom and freedom of beliefs of religious denominations. The Apex Court today said the anti-CAA protesters cannot block public road and create inconvenience for others. The court's observation came while hearing PILs seeking removal of protesters who are holding agitation at Shaheen Bagh in Delhi since the 15th of December last year. The bench comprising Justices S.K. Kaul and K.M. Joseph said people are entitled to protest. They added it has to be done in an area identified for agitations and it cannot be done on a public road or park. The Apex Court issued notices to the centre, Delhi government and Delhi police asking them to respond to the pleas. The pleas seek removal of protesters from Shaheen Bagh and ensuring smooth traffic flow on the Kalindi Kunj Shaheen Bagh stretch. The top court posted the matter on 17th of this month for further hearing. Another bench of the Supreme Court today took up the issue of an infant dying on returning home from Shaheen Bagh. His parents had taken him along the ongoing protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act. The bench, also comprising Justices B.R. Gavai and Suryakant, issued notices to the centre and the Delhi government seeking the responses on the issue. Delhi police today registered a case in connection with the alleged molestation of students during a cultural festival at Gargi College last week. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, DCP South Atul Kumar Thakur said police has received a complaint from the college authorities. He said police will investigate all aspects related to the case. HRD Minister Ramesh Chandra Pokhriyal took cognizance of the incident.
जो ये घटना का जिक्र कर रहे हैं, जो संज्ञान में आए हैं, वो छात्र नहीं थे, कहीं बाहर के लोग वहां घुसे थे, वो भी ठीक नहीं है। इसलिए उस कॉलेज के प्रशासन को पूछा गया कि इसमें ध्यान दें।
The counting for the Delhi Assembly polls will be held tomorrow. 21 centers for counting of votes have been set up in the city. Talking exclusively to AIR News, Chief Electoral Officer Dr. Ranbir Singh said the counting will start at 8 a.m.
The Delhi Vidhan Sabha election, the counting is scheduled tomorrow on the 11th and it will start at 8 in the morning. All the preparations for counting have been completed and the EVMs are right now in the strong room after the polling and they are under 3-tier security. The innermost tier is manned by the Central Paramilitary Forces. And all the preparations for counting have been completed. So there are 21 counting centers where the counting will take place.
The Election Commission has also made arrangements for the dissemination of result trends of the Delhi Assembly elections. The Commission said apart from counting centres, the result trends will be available at its website from 8 a.m. tomorrow. The trends will be available from the Voter Helpline mobile app. Delhi had witnessed 62.59% voter turnout in the polling which was held on Saturday. A total of 672 candidates are in the fray for the 70-member Delhi Assembly. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Rajya Sabha today began discussion on the Union Budget 2020-21. Initiating the discussion, Congress leader P. Chidambaram termed the economy to be in a state of demand constraints and investment shortage. He said demonetization and GST were monumental blunders. Ravi Prakash Verma of Samajwadi Party said that economic condition of the country is in crisis and the hope of revival of it is very low. Echoing the same view, T.K. Rangarajan of CPIM demanded that government should give unemployment allowances to the people. T.K.S. Ilangovan of DMK alleged that budget is based on the false data and government is trying to hide the data. Dola Sen of TMC criticized the budget. K.K. Ragesh of CPIM also attacked the government, alleging that the budget has failed to address the current economic problems. Amar Patnaik of BJD, A.K. Selvaraj of AIADMK, Madhusudan Mistry of Congress, K. Ravindra Kumar of TDP, Shiv Pratap Shukla of BJP and others also expressed their views on the union budget. Arun Singh of BJP spoke in support of the union budget, saying government has taken measures to strengthen the Indian economy. He said under the NDA rule, fiscal deficit is in control, which was high during the UPA rule. However, the discussion on the budget remained inconclusive. Lok Sabha is continuing its discussion on the general budget today, even after its normal working hours. Finance Minister's reply to the budget is likely to be presented tomorrow afternoon, and the members from all parties are presenting their views on the budget. In Kashmir Valley, administration has slapped Public Safety Act against Hilal Ahmed Lone, son of senior National Conference leader and Member of Parliament Muhammad Akbar Lone. As per the dossier which was served by the Deputy Commissioner Bandipora last evening, Hilal has been described as a threat to peace and tranquility in the area. 2 more politicians have been released from preventive detention from the MLA hostel in Srinagar today. The released politicians Irfan Shah of the National Conference and Khurshid Alam of People's Democratic Party will continue to remain under house arrest for the time being. Health Secretary Preeti Sudan today reviewed actions and preparedness of states with concerned ministries and departments on novel coronavirus through video conference. The Secretary informed that various precautionary measures have been undertaken in close coordination with the concerned ministries at the central level. She also said that while the situation is under control presently, states and union territories need to stay on alert and be vigilant on a continued basis. States were advised to enhance their awareness activities regarding the updated advisories. They were also advised to review the availability of earmarked isolation beds, personal protective equipment kits and N95 masks so as to ensure adequate preparedness. states and union territories has reported that the protocols and guidelines issued are being followed. At present, the screening of passengers is on in all the 21 airports, 12 major seaports and border crossings. The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on Sankramak Rogon ki Roktham or Upchar. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1800115767. Repeat, 1800115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-233-14444. Repeat, 011-233-14444. And post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. This program is also available on Doordarshan DTH. Moving on to our special series on nationwide campaign on Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat campaign organized by the Information and Broadcasting Ministry began today across the country. It will continue till the 28th of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had mooted the idea of a cultural connect between different regions during the Rashtriya Ekta Divas held in 2015. The broad objectives of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat include celebrating the unity and diversity of our nation. It also aims at promoting the spirit of national integration through engagement between all states and union territories. Under the campaign, various programs are being conducted in Kerala. The Nehru Yuva Kendra Kerala Zone is organizing Himachal Pradesh Kerala interstate youth exchange programs in Kozhikode district. A report from our Thiruvananthapuram correspondent.
The 15 days camp is being organized as part of the campaign in which 50 youth from Himachal Pradesh and 50 from Kerala are participating. The youth from Himachal Pradesh who are on a tour to Kerala are being introduced to Kerala's culture, heritage, lifestyle, food habits, etc. They are also visiting the historical places, participating in seminar and communicating with renowned persons. Cultural programs and food festival of both the states are also organized. The camp will conclude on February 15th. Mayusha for AIR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
The 92nd Oscar Awards have been announced, and for the first time in the history of awards, a non-English film, Parasite, managed to win not one but 4 prizes. Bong Joon-ho, whose satire on class divides in South Korea, took Hollywood's top prize along with awards for Best Director, Best International Film and Best Screenplay. Parasite defeated highly fancied dramas including 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Irishman. In other categories, Joaquin Phoenix won the Best Actor for Joker, and Renee Zellweger bagged the Best Actress for Judy. For Best Supporting Act, Brad Pitt got award for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Laura Dern for Marriage Story. Here is a desk report on India's moments at the 92nd Oscars.
The Academy celebrated Satyajit Ray's 1955 classic Pather Panchali and musician A.R. Rahman's Oscar-winning song Jai Ho in its montage videos. Ray's film, the first part of his critically acclaimed The Appu trilogy, is hailed as one of the most iconic films made in India. Ray was felicitated with the honorary award at the 64th Academy Awards in 1991 before his demise in April 1992. Rahman had created history in 2009 after he bagged 2 Oscars, Best Original Score and Best Original Song for Danny Boyle's Slumdog Millionaire. Tracks such as Eye of the Tiger from Rocky, My Heart Will Go On from Titanic, I Have Nothing from The Bodyguard and Ghost featured in the montage for original score. Tripti Srivastav, News Desk.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government to take appropriate steps for deliberations on Supreme Court's order on reservation and promotion, says Social Justice Minister Thawar Gehlot. 5-judge bench of Supreme Court frames questions about freedom of religion for hearing by a larger constitution bench. Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat campaign launched to build a cultural connect between different regions. Delhi police registers case in connection with alleged molestation of students at Gargi College. Order arrangements in place for counting of votes for Delhi Assembly elections tomorrow. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.